You know who needs to get over it? First of all, you'll never find any literature anywhere at any time that's ever going to tell you that a rape victim needs to get over it. And that subject is so absolutely absurd. I don't even want to get into talking about it because it's just layers and layers of absurdity. Because first of all, how many questions are begged here? Like, first of all, what is the evidence she hasn't gotten over it? She yelled at me. Okay. So we have no idea if she really has gotten over it or not. Okay. Now, push that aside because nobody needs to get over a rape anyway. I mean, it's just not what is you say, well, she can't function in her life. What is the evidence that she can't function in her life? She yelled at me on the internet. Who needs to get over it here? Who needs to get over it? I'm like other logical, sane people that I get a little bit nervous and agitated in completely dysfunctional and abusive environments. I mean, I have shown myself to be upset over abusive and dysfunctional environments. That is a mark of sanity, okay? Telling a rape victim to get over it is a mark of insanity. You clearly have some really deep-seated issues. Now, when you say that somebody hasn't gotten over something, and I don't even, oh my gosh, I said I wasn't going to get into it because there's so many things to get into. I mean, when you get over a rape, does that mean it no longer means anything to you? Does that mean it no longer means anything to you? So that if somebody says, you know, you just have this opinion because you're all screwed up because you were raped. I mean, what? This is just mind-boggling, and I should not even have to talk about it because you guys already know better. Okay? I don't want to feed in to abusive, dysfunctional crazy making, which is what this is. But you know what? I saw this, somebody posted a comment in Skype from Ruby Dynamite. Miss Randall, where were you when she told me that I was ashamed of being a whore? Where were you when Nuclear Night told me that I was ashamed of being a whore? Somebody help me, I can't recover. I have to be a vile bitch for the rest of my life because Nuclear Night said that I had a drug and alcohol problem and I've never touched a drink or anything in my whole life. Where were you with Randall? Where were you? Where were you? Okay, why did Nuke not get over it? Because she's running around the internet saying shit to people. Look, I don't think Nuke is the one that needs to get over it, okay? I have a hard time pretending that you guys are just not being assholes. So this gets me into trouble. Well, which I've been told that who I'm getting into trouble with is a badge of honor. But whatever. Yeah, and, you know, Devshell, I really think that you need to get over somebody pointing out to you what a dick you are. I think you need to get over that. I mean, you obviously have deep-seated issues. People, whatever Nuclear Night has done or said to you, can you get over it? Now, you may say to me, Teresa, didn't you just declare that you would never speak to her again? Right. But I'm also not going to spend my time lashing out at her either, because I've gotten over it. I've just drawn a line in the sand. I'm not going to have anything to do with her ever again, under any circumstance. And I'm not even a grudge holder. That's how bad that was. I don't even hold grudges. It's so impossible to get me to hold a grudge, and she managed it. But I have spent the last year of my life doing things for feminism and getting a bunch of shit and putting up with all the stresses of being a YouTube feminist. And if she's going to turn around and be one of my stresses, she can take a long walk off a short pier, you know. And it's not happening. So since this video is just going to piss everyone off, I'm just going to shut it down. This is my opinion. I put it out there. And if anybody makes a video response to me, I'll post it. I promise you. I just don't want to do the comment thing or anything like that. But if you make a video to me, I'll post it no matter what it says. No matter what it says, I'm pretty sure. Because if I probably won't look at it if I don't like it, but I'll post it as a response for anyone to see. Yeah, and I don't want to get public about, well, I'm not really worried about being public about the situation with my former friends. It's not so much that I don't want to be public about it. I really don't care. It's just that at some point you just need to stop everything, and so I don't really want to get into details about it. It's not necessary. If I ever feel it's necessary, I will. But yeah, I don't think so. It's not happening. And if there is anything else I could say really succinct about it, I would throw it in right now. But you know what? You guys need to get over somebody on the internet saying, why don't you groom your daughter for a life of prostitution? Why don't you groom your daughter to take it up the ass? Why don't you get over it? Get over it. All right? Do you feel raped? Is that what happened? Did Diana rape you in the comment section and you can't get over it? Huh? Give me a break. You know, when people harass you or publish your information or put you in danger with a group of people that are known to shoot women in the face, get back to me. But you guys are nuts. This is a completely nuts environment. It's clear that it's very misogynistic too. And I've changed my mind about that word. I don't know. I mean, for me, words, I don't like to use words that people don't understand or don't get. I mean, I want to talk about the concepts and not have this, you just called me a name. I can't focus on anything you're saying now because you just called me a name. I'm like a toddler that sees a shiny object and then I poop my pants. You just called me a name. Oh my God. Well, Nuclear Night goes around calling people names. And, you know, even some people that I respect and admire are like, I need to stand up and say that I just don't agree with that coming from anybody on any side to do anything, and blah, blah, blah. No matter how imbalanced the situation is, we all have to pretend everything is on an even keel, and nobody should ever say this, or nobody should ever say that, or whatever. Things are not on an even keel. And the fact that Nuclear Night draws so much bullying and outrage over just opinions. Nuclear Night said that John should be killed when they visit a prostitute. That and $4 is going to get you something at Starbucks, okay? Get over it. So what? You can make a video on it, but what are you going to say? I don't really believe that John should be killed for visiting prostitutes. There's a lot of reasons that women get really, really angry when they study this subject, you know, because the bulk of prostitution in the world is fucking sick. It is fucking sick and disgusting, and it can make you hate men. But, you know, like she pointed out in her other video, Good men are not threatened by this kind of talk. They're just not. You know? And I have plenty of men that like me, which is actually, you know, one of the problems that Nuclear Night has. I suppose that means something about my feminism, you know. It also doesn't matter, because I made this other video too. It also doesn't matter if she's a man hater. Who cares? What does it mean? You know, and I've basically, a lot of my videos have been about this lately, forcing people to tell me what it means. You know, show me what the difference is. You know, I've had people approach me. Oh, well, I think, what do you hate? Wait a minute, you don't hate men like Nuclear Night does? What if I did? You know, I mean, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. You know, so I didn't have a falling out with Nick because she hates men and I like men, and I'm personally offended by her. I'm not personally offended by that. You know, but she's not going to turn it around on me either and just claim that somehow there's something a little bit diluted about Boo-Boo's feminism, because there isn't. Sorry. Nice try when you get your feelings hurt to try to attack me like that. It's fail. And so are you. So anyway, yeah, and men will verify this again and again and again. They are not intimidated by the fact that they live on a planet with other male assholes. They're keenly aware of this. And in any other realm, you know, they're fighting these assholes in arguments. There's atheist men fighting Christian men, and they point to each other and say, asshole, you know, and they're aware that there are warmongers and people that take advantage of other people, and CEOs that steal pensions from old people, and they're aware they're on a planet full of assholes. You know, for women to suggest that men are assholes, it takes about 1.5 seconds for them to go, well, I probably don't fit into what she's talking about. And then, I mean, we can get into why it's a gender generalization too. I mean, that's a whole nother video. I think I've done one before, but maybe not on this channel. Anyway, whatever. I don't even want to make this a serious just so you know, you guys, there are lots of people out there that are not falling for your crazy making bullshit. Crazy making, right? It's when something is dysfunctional and is not functioning properly. And there is such a thing as crazy, and there is such a thing as dysfunctional. It is not a slander to all mentally ill people that you would suggest that something has the dynamics or properties of being crazy, right? So that's a weird discussion that's been going around too. Look, get over it. Get over it. Whatever Nuclear Night has done to you, why don't you get over it? Whatever Diana has done to you, oh my God, the harm and the damage that this woman has done. She needs death threats. The harm and the damage that this woman has done. Oh my God. I cannot believe the obsessions that people have with Diana. I cannot believe it. You know, when people talk about she has all these videos up, she has all those videos up because she was attacked 3 times more than that and responded to it. Right? But in crazy environments, we get to pretend that nothing like that's going on, and we have 50 videos in a vacuum. 50 videos in a vacuum by Diana, 'cause she's nuts. And even if that were true, how does that affect your life? How does it affect your life? I've had 50 videos made about me. I ignore them. I don't go on every channel. And here's another thing, like, I stay away from people that harass me, you know. I have other people handle it for me because I can't get involved, you know. But if you have any sort of hatred toward Diana or Nuke, guess who shows up? Guess who's going to show up? You're going to see the same list of suspects coming over. She hurt my feelings too, and it's just completely unexcusable, and I can't believe this person exists. She must be stopped. She must be stopped. Oh my God, somebody stop these crazy women. They're talking. What is this? You know, what is this? And anyone that enables this and feeds into this, I got into it with a friend the other day because I told him, you know, it doesn't seem like you're very astute in figuring out what goes on with these people. And then he said, I don't know what you mean by that. And then he listed off a list of things that he has noticed, and I was wrong. I was like, okay, you did notice that, you know. Now, there's been a shift in the community as of like yesterday or the day last week or so, where there are a couple male YouTubers that have gotten on people's shit lists. And so these kind of topics are getting on some mainstream radar. And before, we were off in a little crazy corner, a little dysfunctional environment where people get to say the dumbest, most ridiculous shit and get away with it because they're not being held up to scrutiny by the regular standards of the atheist community. They're just not being looked at. Like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Get over a rape? That makes a lot of sense. Good for you, you know. And this is just stupid. I don't know. So, wish I had a good line to go out on. I just need to stop this. I mean, it's 16 minutes already.